You're listening to the Junior Birdman Podcast.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Junior Birdman Podcast. I am your host, the Junior Birdman. If you like this video, make sure you click the like button, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell for updates, comment down below, and make sure you share this video with your friends. Today, we're joined by a good friend of ours and a connoisseur in the grocery store, as it were, our good old friend Allie, who has joined us today and is going to give us some insights. Allie, how are you today?
Well, hello again, Birdman.
How wonderful. I think you have a very special list for us today. Is that right?
Yes, I'm here to bring you a list of the top 5 places in the grocery store.
How wonderful. And yes, I know we've all had to go to the grocery store many times in our lives and experience some troubles in there. I think we're ready to go. Are we ready to go with this? Are you ready to get going, Alex?
And I'm ready to get started
All
now.
right,
Are
well,
you ready?
we're ready to get started now. I think so. Yeah, let's go with number 5 on our list.
Okay, well, number 5 on my list is the bakery. I love the bakery. I love smelling the fresh bread. I love smelling the pastries. They make my mouth just water. I love the bakery. It's a true gem in the grocery store where they have all kinds of delicious treats, freshly baked bread, cakes, and cookies. There's just something about the smell of fresh baked goods.
Yes,
Every
there
time
is.
I go by the bakery, I love being in the bakery, whether you're looking for a quick breakfast, something on the go, a big treat, whether it's a celebration.
of
The
the
bakery is just something special for everyone. But be warned, there's a lot of temptation in the bakery. Everything can be overwhelming, and it can really get you out of control really quick, so you got to exercise some self-control.
Sure, that's as easy for you than me, I believe. So, I like number 5. So far, we're off to a great start. I can't wait to hear number 4 on your list.
Okay, the number 4. Ow, I just scratched me. Sorry.
Jeez.
Okay, the number 4 on my list is the deli. Now, I know when you think of the deli, you think of sandwiches, but there's so much more at the deli, especially here where I live. You can get all kinds of meats and cheeses, but you can get all the goodies, everything you need for making a party great. You can get all kinds of salads.
True.
You can get freshly cooked foods and chicken and side dishes and french fries, and you can get pork chops, and you can get barbecue, and you can get everything made special and quick. You can go there for lunch or for dinner. You can get all kinds of delicious things. You just go up there, you look at the glass, you start staring, and your mouth just starts watering at all the delicious things in there. And I just love going near the deli. Everything I see at the deli, when I go by, I just want to buy everything I can see in there, everything that's behind the glass. Sometimes I just want to pull it open, just deep things, and just start sampling everything in there if I can. The deli is number 4 on our list.
Wow, well, that was a very descriptive, great description of the deli there. So, yeah, no, I can't wait to hear your number 3 place in the grocery store.
The number 3 place on my list is the produce section. I know some people are going to be surprised that I think the produce section, but hear me out. The produce section has a lot of essential and healthy diet foods, things that give you a lot of vitamin C and a lot of things you need to stay healthy, like apples and oranges and tangerines and strawberries and bananas. And there's also a lot of vegetables like onions and carrots and tomatoes and celery and lettuce and radishes and cilantro and peppers. And then they have a lot of nuts that you can get
That's true.
to in the
Lots of nuts.
produce section,
You
like
like the nuts?
pistachios and walnuts and pecans. You can get a lot of things in the deli, but again, you have to be careful. It can be a bit overwhelming if you go in there. You can find all kinds of things at the deli. You can find avocados too. I love avocados. They're my favorite. I have a little game I play with avocados where I make a dish, and anyway, they're the best. I also love the watermelons. Watermelons are really
Watermelons,
good.
always
All
good,
those
of course.
things you can get at the produce
Produce.
section. The produce section comes in at number 3 on our
Okay,
list.
produce section number 3. You mixed in some deli in there, but okay, I think you had produce section in there, and boy, let's, not my favorite, but let's hear what you got for the number 2
The number 2 place on my list is the frozen food section. Not just because I like the ice cream. A lot of people go on the frozen food section. They like to get the ice cream. But if you're like me and you can't cook and you don't have time to do all that, the frozen food section is a lifesaver. You can put something, a quick meal, throw it in the microwave. It's done in a few minutes. I eat that a lot of times. I'm very busy. Sometimes they're actually very healthy too. Not everything is like fast food. Sometimes they're a good choice. They're not all high in sodium. You can get low sodium options too. They're not all full of preservatives. You can get fresh selections too. But sometimes I go in the frozen section just because I want a big fat pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream too. So that's why number 2, I'm choosing the frozen section.
All right. Well, number 2 sounds pretty good to me. I'm not sure I wouldn't have put number 2 up at the number 1 spot. So now I'm very curious to find out what number 1 is. Let's hear it.
Okay, we finally made it to the number 1 place in the grocery store. Drum roll, please. The number 1 place is the wine section. That's right, the wine section. I know what you're saying. I'm a big believer in a good glass of wine at the end of a long day. Helps you wind down. It's great for every budget. You can go in there and find any kind of wine. There's very cheap wine. There's very cheerful wine. There's very sophisticated wine. There's very expensive wine. There's very fancy wine. There's red wine. There's Chardonnay. There's all kinds of wine. You can get a Merlot. You can get a Cabernet. You can get all kinds of wines in the wine section. It's my favorite. I'll go in there sometimes and I'll get cheese to go with it. Sometimes you can get some crackers to go with it. Sometimes you can get some Swiss cheese or you can get some cheddar cheese. You can have that. You can get some brie, and sometimes you can get some regular crackers. You can get paired with some garlic crackers. But the main thing is to get a good bottle of wine. Wine is definitely my favorite section in the grocery store, and it's number 1 on my list easily.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to know where to find you in the grocery store most often. And what a great list. Well thought out, Allie. And thanks so much for joining us today.
It was my
fantastic.
pleasure, Birdman. And if you all catch me in the grocery store now, you probably know where I'll be.
We sure will. It sounds like we do. Thanks for joining us. Have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, there she goes, folks.
Thank you for listening to the Junior Birdman Podcast. Be sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell to be alerted when new videos are posted.